From ABCs to IPOs, how early education shapes tomorrow's leaders. Welcome to a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about education, success, and the limitless potential of our children. I'm here today to share with you the groundbreaking insights I gained from an extraordinary conversation with Michelle Cox, a visionary who's redefining the landscape of children's education. Michelle isn't just an author or an educator. She's a force of nature, a beacon of hope in a world where too many children are left behind. Her mission? Nothing less than to uplift our entire culture and reshape our communities by ensuring our children read well. But as I discovered during our talk, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Imagine, if you will, a world where every child, regardless of their background, has the tools to shape their own destiny. A world where poverty rates plummet, where prison cells stand empty, where innovation and creativity flourish like never before. Sounds like a utopian dream, doesn't it? But here's the kicker. This world is within our grasp. And the key to unlocking it is simpler than you might think. It all starts with reading. Now, I know what you're thinking. Reading, really? That's your grand solution? But stick with me, because what Michelle shared is going to blow your mind. Did you know that children who don't read well by third grade are more likely to end up in prison or trapped in the cycle of poverty? It's a statistic that should shake us to our core. But here's the thing. It's not just about reading. It's about what reading represents. The foundation of all learning, the springboard to endless possibilities. As Michelle spoke, her deep, rich voice resonating with passion, I could see the fire in her eyes. Reading well is the cornerstone to learning, she said. Simple words, but their implications are profound. It's not just about decoding words on a page. It's about unlocking the doors to knowledge, to critical thinking, to a future limited only by imagination. But Michelle's vision doesn't stop there. Oh no, she's just getting started. Picture this, a child, eyes wide with wonder, exploring the marvels of science through the pages of a colorful, engaging picture book. This is the world Michelle is creating, a world where STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math, isn't just a set of intimidating subjects, but an exciting adventure waiting to be discovered. Now, let me tell you, Michelle's approach is anything but conventional. She writes as her 8-year-old self, channeling that childlike curiosity about how the world works. It's this sense of wonder that she aims to instill in every young reader she reaches. And let me tell you, it's working. I want to share a story with you that perfectly illustrates the power of Michelle's approach. A mother reached out to her, her voice brimming with excitement. Her son, who had never shown much interest in reading, had fallen in love with one of Michelle's books. This child, who used to groan at the sight of a book, was now taking it to school every day. He even wrote a report on what he'd learned. Can you imagine the ripple effect of that transformation? One child, one book, one life changed, and the potential for so many more. It's like throwing a pebble into a pond and watching the ripples spread outward, touching everything in their path. But here's where it gets really interesting. Michelle's journey to becoming an author is as inspiring as her work. She didn't set out with the goal of writing children's books. As an IT professional and corporate trainer for computer technicians, her path seemed set. But life, as it often does, had other plans. Facing a breast cancer diagnosis, grappling with her mortality, Michelle found herself at a crossroads. As she lay at home, healing from surgery, her mind racing with thoughts of life and death, she experienced a profound moment of clarity. In that instant of near despair, she felt a divine intervention. God spoke to me, she said, her voice filled with conviction. In that moment of slipping into insanity, my mind racing, God said, I have got you. It was in this moment of calm amidst the storm that Michelle created her first book. Mommy, is the computer smarter than me? This became the first in her series, the Mommy Readers Collection, a series of children's nonfiction STEM-inspired picture books. But she didn't stop there. Oh no, Michelle isn't one to do things by halves. She went on to start her own publishing company, taking control of her mission to educate and inspire. And her latest achievement, an award-winning book titled Mommy, What is an Entrepreneur? It's an ebook that she's gifting to help parents teach their children about entrepreneurship. Why? Because, as Michelle passionately believes, when our children learn business principles, they won't be economic slaves. Now, let's dive deeper into the 3 crucial pillars of Michelle's mission, each one a stepping stone to a brighter future for our children. First, the importance of reading. We've touched on this, but it bears repeating. Reading well by third grade is not just about academic success. It's about life success. It's about breaking cycles of poverty and incarceration. It's about opening doors of opportunity that might otherwise remain closed. Let me share some eye-opening statistics with you. According to a study by the Annie E. Casey Foundation, children who aren't reading proficiently by third grade are 4 times more likely to drop out of high school. 4 times. And the impact doesn't stop there. High school dropouts are 63 times more likely to be incarcerated than college graduates. The ripple effect of early reading skills is staggering. But here's the good news. We have the power to change this narrative. By introducing engaging and educational reading materials like Michelle's STEM-inspired picture books, we can help children develop a love for reading. And when a child loves to read, learning becomes an adventure rather than a chore. Imagine a child picking up a book, not because they have to, but because they want to. Imagine them getting lost in the pages, their imagination soaring, their vocabulary expanding, their understanding of the world growing with every word. That's the power of early reading. Now, let's talk about the second pillar, STEM education through fun. In our rapidly advancing world, STEM skills are becoming increasingly crucial. But here's the challenge. Many children lack access to quality STEM education, which can severely limit their future opportunities. This is where Michelle's approach shines. By integrating STEM concepts into engaging picture books, she's making these vital subjects accessible and fun. It's not about rote memorization of facts. It's about sparking curiosity, encouraging questions, and fostering a love for discovery. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a young girl, let's call her Sarah, picking up one of Michelle's books. As she reads about a mommy explaining how computers work, Sarah's eyes light up. She starts asking questions, wanting to know more. Before you know it, she's tinkering with the family computer, curious about what makes it tick. Fast forward a few years, and Sarah's leading her school's robotics team. A few more years, and she's developing cutting-edge AI technology that's changing the world. This isn't just a hypothetical scenario. This is the kind of transformation that early STEM education can spark. And it's not just about creating future scientists and engineers. STEM education helps children develop essential skills for success in any field: critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration. Consider programs like K-12's online STEM education. They provide children with hands-on learning experiences that prepare them for future careers. By combining these types of resources with engaging materials like Michelle's books, we can create a comprehensive approach to STEM education that sets our children up for success in the 21st century. Now, let's explore the third pillar, the power of entrepreneurial education. This might seem like an unusual topic for children, but it's one that Michelle is particularly passionate about. Teaching children about entrepreneurship isn't just about preparing them to start businesses. It's about empowering them to make informed decisions about their future careers and financial stability. Many children lack exposure to entrepreneurial principles, which can limit their understanding of business and economics. But when we introduce these concepts early on in an engaging and age-appropriate way, we open up a world of possibilities. Michelle's ebook, Mommy, What is an Entrepreneur, is a perfect example of how we can introduce children to basic business concepts in an accessible way. By learning about entrepreneurship, children develop a broader understanding of how the world works. They learn about problem solving, creativity, perseverance, skills that are valuable in any career path they might choose. Imagine a child understanding the basics of supply and demand or grasping the concept of value creation. These aren't just business principles, they're life skills that can shape a child's future in profound ways. The impact of this education can be life-changing. Children who understand basic business principles are better equipped to make informed decisions about their future. They're more likely to recognize opportunities, to understand the value of their skills and ideas. In essence, we're giving them the tools to shape their own economic futures. As I reflected on my conversation with Michelle, I was struck by the transformative power of her approach. It's not just about teaching facts or skills. It's about changing mindsets, opening up possibilities, and empowering our children to create their own futures. So, what can we do with this knowledge? How can we take Michelle's insights and turn them into action? First and foremost, We need to prioritize reading and STEM education for children. This doesn't have to be a daunting task. It can be as simple as introducing engaging and educational reading materials into children's daily routines. Make reading time a special, cherished part of each day. Explore STEM concepts through everyday activities. Cooking becomes a lesson in chemistry. Building blocks become an introduction to engineering. For parents and educators, I encourage you to explore online STEM programs and resources. There's a wealth of material out there that can provide children with hands-on learning experiences. And don't forget the power of storytelling. Books like Michelle's can make complex concepts accessible and exciting for young minds. But perhaps most importantly, we need to change the way we think about children's education. It's not just about preparing them for tests or getting good grades. It's about equipping them with the skills and mindset they need to thrive in an ever-changing world. It's about fostering curiosity, encouraging questions, and celebrating the joy of discovery. As we come to the end of our journey today, I want to leave you with a challenge that, if accepted, could change the course of a child's life, and by extension, the future of our world. Imagine a generation of children who love to read, who are excited about STEM, who understand the basics of entrepreneurship. Imagine the problems they could solve, the innovations they could create, the positive changes they could bring to our world. This isn't just a dream. It's a possibility that's within our reach, and it starts with us. It starts with you. So here's my challenge to you. Commit to making a difference in a child's educational journey. It doesn't matter if you're a parent, a teacher, an aunt, an uncle, or just someone who cares about the future of our world. You have the power to spark a love for learning in a child. Maybe it's reading a book with a child in your life, exploring a science experiment together, or having a conversation about how businesses work. Whatever it is, commit to doing it regularly. Make it a part of your routine, a part of your legacy. And don't stop there. Share what you've learned today with others. Spread the word about the importance of early reading, STEM education, and entrepreneurial thinking. Be an advocate for change in your community. Push for better educational resources, for more engaging learning experiences. Remember, every book read, every question answered, every moment of encouragement, it all adds up. You have the power to shape the future, one child at a time. So I ask you, what will you do today to contribute to this vision? How will you help unlock the potential of the children in your life? The future is in our hands, and it's shaped by the actions we take today. Let's go forth and create a world where every child has the opportunity to thrive, to learn, and to dream big. Because when we invest in our children's education, we're not just changing individual lives. We're shaping the future of our communities and our world. The power is in your hands. The time to act is now. Let's make it happen together. Thank you.